All right, we're recording. So I'm super excited to welcome you guys all, if you're here live or if you are catching the recording. Just to getting started for this program, I really find that when you have like a good getting started plan in place and you have what materials you have, like the support you have, you're more inclined to stick to it. So my hope is just, I want to kind of break down everything you have with this program and specifically really dive into the nutrition. I'll try and keep this brief, but I do want to make sure you understand what's available to you, because now when you get started with a group, it has everything you need to be successful, which is like a total game changer if you've been a client of mine for a while, if you're a coach of another, or if you're a customer of another coach on this team, or if you're brand new. We've never had all of these options to make your journey even more successful rolled into one. So going forward, I really want to try and do these calls whenever I kick off a new program, just to make sure people understand, like, here's the tools, but this is how you use them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to walk through a couple things with you guys that I think will be really helpful. And I've got some notes because I don't want to forget anything. But if you're brand new to a group with me or with one of my coaches, I want you to understand that the reason these groups are truly sustainable and I would really say hands down, selfishly, but hands down, so much more effective than even a gym membership, a personal trainer, a studio pass, anything like that, is because not only do you have workouts, but you have workouts, nutrition, and accountability. And that's something that just truly differentiates itself from anything else. Because I know when I went to a gym, I was constantly Pinteresting recipes and meal plans, trying to figure out like calorie deficits, things like that. And it was just very overwhelming. And now as a mom and someone who's worked full time, who's traveled a lot, many of you have everyone's busy. Everyone has a busy life. You don't want this part of your life to be stressful. So our goal is to give you this complete package, all bundled together, to be not only sustainable, but effective, and knowing that you have the support that you need. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to dive into BOD. So this is where, if you're brand new, and let's say you're just getting started, this is where you're going to access your workouts. So you're going to go to beachbodyondemand.com. It is the same place where you registered your account. So it'll be the same email, same password. And so this program that we're all doing obviously is MBF. However, I want you to understand that you have access to everything. So don't be overwhelmed when you log on, but I would encourage you to kind of play around to see what other programs are out there. So you have, when you log into your bot, it's going to look like this, but you've got, your new and featured products or programs. They have it classified as most popular. We're going to dive into the nutrition section in just a little bit, but there's different ways they classify the programs. So just know that when you log on, you can literally do any program you want. I know, like, if I'm specifically looking to strengthen, I can go to that section. If I'm looking for something that's low impact, I can go to that section. So know that that's kind of all the resources for workouts that you need are all rolled into one. And so I know I sent you guys this too, but we'll kind of walk through this getting started guide too. But this is just, this is where your bot is. And there is here a tutorial in this pack that I sent you guys that shows you how to navigate BOD too. But it's very, it honestly just takes some time digging around through it to see where everything is. One thing to note is recently there's been an update with Amazon Fire Stick. So if you are having trouble now accessing BOD on your Fire Stick, let me know. We'll do some trial and error on it. I know that there's some versions that are now not supported, which is super frustrating, but I know that there are some workarounds. So if you do find that your Fire Stick specifically is not playing BOD, just let me know. Okay, so now we're going to dive into MBF. So this is the program we're starting. And the reason I specifically wanted to start a week from today or a week from tomorrow is because this allows us to, one, get all of our stuff in, and two, go 21 days straight through MBF and then immediately start MBFA, because MBFA is just now starting to get released. So you will start here. So every time you go to a program, there's a start here section. This is where you'll learn about the trainer, the sample workout. I'd encourage, these are super short videos. You know, I'd encourage you guys to check these out. And then this is where you're gonna, excuse me, access your workouts. So you're gonna have your week 1, your week 2, and week 3 is just now getting added, but don't worry, by the time we get to week 3, these will all be here, and then they're there forever. So all you gotta do, you log in, press play. This is where you will play your workouts. And if you click the 3 dots in the right-hand corner, it's gonna tell you a little bit more about that workout and also what equipment is needed. So you can see like this one, core circuit, just needs your bod rope and mat. So not all of these are gonna require weights. So if you are traveling and you need to swap some workouts that don't require weights, I'd encourage you just to click through and see, you know, which ones don't require weights, and you can play around with your schedule. Program materials. So that's where you play your workouts. Program materials, I'm not going to dive into all of them, but this, just know that this is your getting started guide, the same thing you likely got in the mail. Your workout calendar is going to be here, and there's even a dumbbell tracker sheet. Now, I will tell you, I have never been one to track my weights, and I really wish I had. So I'd encourage you to print it out, write it down, whatever you want to do, because sometimes in a program, the scale doesn't move. And we'll talk about that a little bit more, and that gets super, super frustrating. But sometimes you are losing inches, losing, clothes are fitting differently, and you're gaining strength. So it is really nice if you start to track like your, let me pull it up. You start to track what size weights you're using for these blocks when you start to go through them. Because, and she'll explain, I mean, when you look at this now, you might be thinking, okay, this looks foreign to me. You'll know when you're in the workout, like what you're doing. But this is gonna help you to be able to just see progress too, which I think is really cool to see that visually. Okay, so that is your dumbbells. And then there is, know that for no matter what Beachbody program you're doing, there's always gonna be a nutrition guide. And so pre-NDF, we just gave everyone this Beachbody Guide to Nutrition, which is considered more of like a lifestyle plan. So it just gives recipe, it gives guidance for, sorry, it's slow loading, gives guidance for what to eat, but it's never been a specific Beachbody nutrition program. So let me get to that section. So know that every Beachbody program, no matter what one you decide to do, if you, in the future, if you want to do another one, they're gonna talk about the 2 nutrition programs, but they're always gonna have this Beachbody nutrition guide. And so it's not container based, it's not to be mindset based, it's just a general guideline to how to plan meals, things like that. But we're super lucky because now we have access to both nutrition programs. So you can absolutely look at this, but I'd encourage you to take advantage of the 2 nutrition programs that you now have access to, because that is really going to elevate your results with this program. So let me see, make sure I got everything. One other thing too is, if depending on what supplements you got, I did do a video the other day in our group that talked about kind of the supplements, how to use them. But know in here, Megan's the trainer. She does a great video right here, 4 minutes long, on the supplements as well. So she talks about Shakeology, she talks about Energize, she talks about Recover, she talks about Beach Bar. So just know, if you want to understand that even more, there's a great video in there. But if you find that like you're not finding the right recipe for a smoothie, or you don't know, you know, when to use certain supplements, just let the group know, ask away. You know, we're here to help guide you and help make sure you're using the tools you have in the best way. Okay, so back to this getting started guide. I did list some really great programs. If you find you want to, you know, after MBF, or even maybe you're not quite ready to start MBF, here's some great programs that I recommend from beginner to advanced to really help you kind of play around with the entire bod solution. Okay, nutrition, my favorite part, because this is the part that literally, like, I feel like so many of us can work out, like, right? Like, work out, we can go for a walk, we can go for a run, we can press play in a workout, but are we able to really dial in our nutrition? And that's where we always struggle. And I feel like that is such a big element of a wellness journey. So the beauty of this new system or new packs is everyone's going to get access to both nutrition programs. And I love how in this guide, they broke it down. And so if you still aren't sure which one you want to follow, just shoot me a question or, post in the group, let us know. We're here to help you. But if you are someone who, thrives on structure, you have, really struggled with portion size, and you really need a more step-by-step approach, like having more food freedom because you feel that food maybe controls you. And you really want to be told what food groups to eat, things like that. I'd encourage you to pick Ultimate Portion Fix, and we'll dive into it in a second. However, if you're someone who does not like structure, you absolutely do not want to be told exactly what to eat because you will likely not stick to it, and you want more flexibility, you want to essentially just create more long-term habits, and you I'm sure many of you aren't traveling now, but maybe in the future you will be, or you are in stressful situations a lot, you are eating out a lot, whatever it is, maybe To Be Mindset would be a better fit for you, because it truly just gives guidelines on helping you change the mindset around nutrition versus telling you exactly what food groups to eat. So if you want more structure, the easiest way to think about it is if you thrive on structure and you really need to be honest with yourself, and you know that you need to be told what food groups to eat and what to eat in a day, pick Ultimate Portion Fix. But if you want more flexibility, if you want to just learn some tips and tricks on how to better fill a plate, do To Be Mindset. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back to your Beachbody On Demand. Everything is here, and you're going to go to your programs. And mine's a little slow. You will go to your nutrition center. So they've changed the look of this a little bit. And this is where you will log on to Ultimate Portion Fix and To Be Mindset. I'll start with Ultimate Portion Fix. Since this is our prep week, I'd encourage you to not be overwhelmed by this nutrition section, but know it's a step-by-step guide to help you through a journey, not to finish every single video before next week, but to know as you are starting to implement these new habits, how to start to build lasting nutritional habits. So, what's great now, is every section has a start here, and the way these nutrition plans programs work is you have access to this for life. So this is not going to go away. This is not going to renew again. This is yours forever. And each nutrition section has lessons. And so they're in modules, and it basically, some of these are very short videos, but she's going to break down, introduction, why portion control, food addiction. So she's going to address some really, maybe some issues you struggle with now. And then these are just kind of the introductory videos. And then in module 2, she's going to help you truly pick your path. So, it's going to help you determine if you need more carb cycling, or there's 3 paths basically, just like the regular portion fix, carb cycling, or one second, I have a little problem. Kids. There's going to be 3 paths you can pick. So whether it's just your regular portion fix, your carb cycling, or your the other one? Time nutrition. She's going to help explain to you the value of each, and you're going to figure out which one's best for you. And oh, here they are right here. Foundational fix, time nutrition, carb cycling. And then from there, this is where you may be familiar with. She's going to help you find your calorie bracket. So knowing how many containers you need in a day. And she even, and like as you start to look through these, you can also pick and choose which videos you may need to know right now. But she'll help you understand what bracket you need to be in, the foods you use, and then, family fix, like how to eat like this when you have a family to cook for, when you have kids to cook for. If you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, things like that are all addressed, which is incredible because I feel like as a mom of two, I've always struggled with, when to eat certain foods in different seasons and things like that. So these are all the videos, but know if you're a visual person, there is a program materials section, and there's meal plans, which is incredible. I highly encourage you to check these out. But then there's PDFs for all of those sections. So, okay, Ashley's brand new. She's trying to figure out which path she's going to do. So she decides she's going to go into this module 2. She's going to do just the lifestyle eating, and she's going to be able to, there's like 5 different languages of everything. She's going to be able to go to somewhere. She's going to be able to figure out her plan in here, but it'll tell her plan up here. She can pick like which plan she wants to eat in. So we'll stick with time nutrition because it's the top one. But she'll click the PDF. It's going to tell her, it's going to tell her how many containers she gets in a day. It's going to even give sample meals of how to build your containers, things like that. So know that those resources are there. And then let's say, okay, now I need to know what the containers represent. So it's going to tell you what food lists go into the containers. It'll tell you, like, once you figure out which plan you're in, you've got these little cheat sheets. So these are all the different resources that are both on video and in PDF. But one of the biggest resources here right now are the meal plans too, because I find like when I'm starting a new program, it's always helpful to have that. So you'll have the meal plans in here. Know that I'll also be posting a meal plan every weekend. And all of those meal plans have both portion fix and to be mindset recipes. Okay, so that's kind of a deep dive into Ultimate Portion Fix. Now, if you are someone who is thinking more of the to be mindset, let's go to there. Okay. Okay, so then if you, let me go one more back. Okay. All right, so then to be mindset is going to be very similar. So you have a start here guide or start here section. You're going to have video lessons again. And what's different about to be mindset, instead of picking like a specific plan based on like your weight, your fitness goals. Second, let me move. So the difference in to be mindset is it's really based on just principles that Alana, the nutritionist, is going to help you understand. So she's going to kick off an introduction. She's going to tell you, help you understand the mindset of looking at food differently. And then she's going to go through the food groups, but not necessarily to give you specific containers to follow, but how to build a plate. So these are your lessons. She gives incredible recipes. And then again, program materials section is going to give you all your PDFs, all your visual guides. So you're going to have, your program guide. You'll have how to track it, and then your food list. And what really makes To Be Mindset different is the plated mindset. And so I want to make sure I call this out because everyone who followed To Be Mindset would essentially follow this plan. It's based on drinking water, filling up on veggies, and just learning how to build your plate like this. And so you'll have a list of the food groups. Um, Breakfast is always going to be half your plate protein, half your plate fiber filled carbs. Again, there's a food list that's going to be a PDF. But this whole eating plan is based on, instead of having to be super structured in containers, to learn how to build a plate. And I have followed this very successfully when I traveled a lot. For me personally, in quarantine, I make my portion or make my plate a little off. So I may be going back to the portion containers. I haven't officially decided, but this is like just a great thing that you can print out. You can keep like on your refrigerator, wherever. But she just gives these great tips, and I would even consider them hacks that I learned in the last year and a half, and to this day can still continue to use. So know that you've got, again, meal plans in here too. You've got, she gives great, if you're a visual person, there's incredible visual resources in here. Tons of recipes, all the good stuff. Okay. Couple more things in nutrition I do want to show you. So when you signed up or with your bod, everyone also has a channel called Fixate, which is going to be, I can get back to it, which is going to be just recipes that are both To Be Mindset and portion container based. So again, in your nutrition center, if you go over to, you scroll over, there's a Fixate cooking show, and it's going to be both videos and PDFs of recipes. Highly encourage it. So instead of like Pinteresting or Googling a resource for recipes, make sure you're checking here first, because they're literally going to give you everything you need. And then with your membership, or when you signed up with your pack, know that there's now a new additional resource in addition to just your regular To Be Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix. They have what's called your Mindset membership. Yeah, I think it's the Mindset membership and the monthly fix. And so these are just additional, it's going to be recipes, it's going to be videos with the nutritionist, it's going to be additional tips and tricks, and a community. There's even an actual Facebook community that you can join. And so your first month is included in this, and then starting month 2, there is a monthly fee for this. If you do not want this additional resource, you can cancel that, but you still have access to the regular nutrition programs. But know that there's like monthly videos, there's additional recipes. It's just basically even a deeper dive into making sure your nutrition stays in check. So I just wanted you to understand like what the difference was, but no, you always have your access to your regular, but these are additional resources that you get your first 30 days to. So I would encourage you to check them out now, since you do have access to them, and just see if it's something you want to continue, if it's something that you're finding very helpful. And then lastly, Shakeology. There's an incredible, I did not know this for like 2 years. There's a Shakeology channel and tons of videos and recipes in here. And it even talks about like how Shakeology helps you, because many of us are we don't always understand that sometimes this isn't just a protein shake. This is, such great nutrition for your body. And, I think that they give some great nutritional advice and also some incredible recipes. And there's also PDFs of these too. So definitely check these out. Okay. Any questions, let me know. And then go back here. Yeah, so getting started, we just talk about your Shakeology. In the guide I sent you guys, there are recipes broken down by flavor, so I would strongly encourage you to check those out. I've lately been even making mine not smoothie. I've been doing some mug cakes and some, mixing it with yogurt and things like that. So know that it doesn't always have to be a smoothie. There's different ways to make your superfoods, but definitely something that will really help aid in your wellness journey. Okay, before and afters. No one likes to do them, but you have to take them. So I'd encourage you, I put in there some tips and tricks on how to take the best pictures. Um, there's a video actually that's linked in your Getting Started guide that shows you exactly how to do it. And I'm going to do a post this week on it too. And I understand nobody wants to take these pictures, but I promise you, when you're at the end of your first 21 days doing MBF and you've stuck to your nutrition plan and maybe the scale hasn't moved, but yet you've lost like 7 inches, you're going to want those pictures to see that difference. And we celebrate these called non-scale victories. So just make sure that you're taking those before and afters because you'll really appreciate it, 6 months down the road, a year down the road, 3 years down the road. I took them when I was like 3 weeks postpartum. Horrible. Not something I was looking forward to. But I love to look back at that and see how far I've come. All right, so before and afters, we've covered nutrition, we've covered bod. Lastly, I want to talk about just the community and the support. So there's 2 ways I'm running support for this specific program. So obviously, I think most of you are part of the Facebook group. So this is going to be where, starting tomorrow morning, we're going to do a morning check-in post. So throughout the day, when you do get a workout in, when you do like eat a healthy meal, I encourage you to share. This community is only, it only is what you put into it. So I'd encourage, if you're getting value from it, I encourage you to give back. Make sure you're chiming in because you just never know when someone logs in. Maybe they see that Sweaty Selfie or they see that you posted something and it really helps them get the motivation to go press play too. So Facebook group, this is where you're going to get a morning post every morning, and then the afternoon we'll have typically like a recipe, a tip, a trick, something like that. I'll probably do some challenges this month, but know that this is where you'll get all the support. Zoom room. Every day we have a virtual Zoom room that you can log into, and it's this link right here. I posted it like an hour ago. Most people, I would say, are on from like 4:30 in the morning Eastern time till about 9 a.m. Eastern time. But if you're like an evening workout person, find someone else in this group, log on together. It's a great way to just have that additional support and be able to kind of, not work out with someone, but it is nice to work out. I log in every morning. There's at least 5 or 6 girls on, some into, and I love to just have that additional layer of support. So that is where you will access the Zoom room. And what else doesn't show you? Oh, bod groups. So if you are not a Facebook person, or you would prefer not to log in every day or whatever, we now have this new thing called bod groups. So if you go back to your Beachbody On Demand, I'd encourage you to get the app on your phone so it's easier to log in. You can go to this bod group section. You'll see this group. I'm going to actually post the invite in our Facebook group as well. So you can all, if you want to join both, if you want to just join this one, but it's going to basically mirror everything that's in this group. So it's very similar, but it's just not on Facebook. So you're going to see, the same type of post. You're going to see the daily check-ins, things like this. Jen's been really awesome at checking in, but you can still, what's different about it is when you use it on your phone, you can log your nutrition, you can log your Shakeology. So it allows you to log a little bit more straight from when you finish your workout. So know that that is there for you guys too. And then finally, let's see, I put in some additional resources for, meal plans, things like that, meal prep tips. But I would encourage you this week just to check out which nutrition plan you're going to do and check out the meal plans that are included in there. Additionally, I've been going to put one every week in our group, and I think I put it on Saturday. One thing you can do, did not know this, go to the top, you can sort by most recent post if it's easier to search that way sometimes for something. But I think I put it, meal plan for the week. So I'll try and do it probably Fridays going forward. This was on Saturday. But in addition to the meal plans that'll be in your To Be mindset, in your ultimate portion fix. I'm going to post this one every week. So there's a new meal plan every week. They give you great Shakeology recipes, snack recipes, and even a shopping list. And then all of your like lunches and dinners are going to be both broken down to portion fix containers and To Be mindset. So know that it's kind of, again, mindless. If you just pick a couple recipes, or if you want to follow this directly, it's there for you. So know you've got that resource too. Let's see. In the getting started materials I sent you guys, I gave you some ways to plan meals, both the cheat sheet for ultimate portion fix along with To Be mindset. And then I also listed some great books. And I know you're thinking, okay, well, aren't we on a fitness journey? But I will say, you know, so much of this journey is a mindset thing. And so, you know, I don't want you to try and do everything, especially if you're brand new to us and joining this group. But, you know, as you start to implement different habits, I would encourage you to maybe pick up a new book or pick up a new Audible and start listening to a little bit every day or reading a few pages every day. Because as you start to change physically, you have to make sure you're nurturing your mind too. And I think these are some great books. If you have like a specific maybe area you're struggling with, let me know. I have so many recommendations I can recommend. I'm a constant work in progress when it comes to my mindset and reading, but I do try to make it a priority, because I know that as much as I want to be super healthy and physically fit, I also want to be mentally fit as well. So know that it's not just a physical journey, but over the course of the next, what are we doing? 6 weeks in total, we really want to focus on our mindset too, and you know, breaking through those barriers and just really supporting each other. So I was trying to keep it in 30 minutes. So I think we did that. Yeah, I think that's everything. You know, if you find you have specific questions, absolutely let me know. But again, the biggest thing I'd encourage you to do right now is, you know where to play the workouts. I'd encourage you to this week really dive into the nutrition section, figure out what plan works best for you. Let us know if you have questions, and we'll be there to help you. And I think that is it. All right, any questions?
I have a question. Sorry, I have to walk away because Carson's using the bathroom because, you know.
Well, you were here when my little one was like banging on the door.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, it's been a struggle today. Hey, where did you post that getting started guide? Did you email it to us, or is it in the files in the group?
I emailed it to you.
Okay.
Do you get my emails?
I do, but for some reason I just searched and I don't have that one. Unless for some reason I went to like my spam folder, because the only thing I have recent from you was like your week of 7/19 that I got. I think I got that today.
Oh no.
Yeah, I tried to, when everyone signed up, I sent like a welcome MBF. I'm gonna send it to you again. It's just like it's specifically welcome email to this program. However, I'm going to, it's in here too. Let me put it in let me see if I can put it in. The announcements. Where is this? Oh yeah, it's in there. It's in if you go to the announcements on sorry, I'm not sharing. Let me share again. If you go to the announcements in our Facebook group, this calendar page, it's a link right here. So it'll link to this getting started guide right here.
Okay, I saw the calendar. I just didn't scroll down far enough.
I'll just make sure I'll mention it this week. And my husband's like using the weed eater right outside the window right now. And I'll send you that email again and see if it comes through. And if you're listening to this recording and you did not get this or didn't get an email from me, let me know and I'll make sure you get it. But yeah, it's just, it just has some videos and things like that to help. But anything else? Thank you I'm excited. Ashley, what meal plan are you going to do?
Like I've just been doing to be mindset. Like I tried the containers and I do okay for a few days and like I kind of fall off. I'm more consistent with to be mindset. So if I can just get my snacking under control, my meals are actually fine.
Yeah.
It's like the late night snacking. But
So I've had the same thing recently, and I've been with when I do ultimate portion picks, I save one of my fruits. I mean, to the end of the day, like with to be mindset, obviously that would be probably not something you should really eat at night. But when I do the portion container, I'll do like apple with like a little bit of peanut butter drizzled on and maybe a couple chocolate chips, and that sometimes gets the sweet craving or cracker craving.
that sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you think of any questions, let me know. And if you're listening to the recording and you have any questions, let me know. But I'm excited and I think it'll be a fun program. But I will talk to you guys all soon. Bye.